Hey YouTube, Mark here. It is now Sunday of Memorial Day weekend and I'm going on another hike today. I was just out 2 days ago on Friday, did a solo hike. Distance was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I was looking at about 10 miles, ended up being more like 15. So yeah, I'm still a little stiff, but Jen wants to go on another hike today. She wants to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather we've been having. I can't blame her. So we're going to go to another section of the Ice Age Trail called the Monticello Segment. And it's 6.5 miles one way, and we are only going to take one vehicle, which means that we have to do it twice. So we're looking at a total of about 13 miles today. But it's going to be a beautiful day again. It's going to be warm, sunny, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There is one very unique piece to this part of the trail, in that it runs through a tunnel. It's an old railroad line, like a lot of the Ice Age Trail is down here anyway. And it goes through a tunnel that is a little more than 1,200 feet long. And there's a bend in the tunnel, so you really don't get the light from the other end. So it ought to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward. I want to show you one of the things I got. I got a birthday present. My birthday was actually a month ago. And my wife finally got my birthday present. And this is what she got me. The Ice Age Trail Guidebook. Ain't that awesome? Monticello. It gives you your distance, it gives you any features about the trail, you know, if it's got, let's see, you know, here's some water, it's going to be at the Monticello end at the depot. It'll run along the river, the Little Sugar River. There is camping over by the New Glarus area. You know, keep your dogs leashed, wheelchair accessible, all that kind of stuff. Plus you get these nice little topographical maps that you can use to view what kind of terrain you're going through. And then of course all this here is just information about the trail segment and some of the surrounding areas and whatnot. And then they also have a whole section about the county that it's in. Tourist contact information in here, the Ice Age Trail contact information in here. If the Ice Age Trail is part of another ongoing trail, like today is going to be, this one actually runs along the Sugar River Trail and the Badger State Trail. So it's got the information, numbers, and websites for those trails. Yeah, this is really a nice book, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot more information about other trails in here. And yeah, this is really cool. I'm going to like this a lot. Okay, now that we have that done, I thought the map on the TV was kind of a good way to go, showing you what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get the TV set up and I'll show you what we're doing today. Alright, here's the map that of the area we're going to be in. This is Monticello. Here's 69 that comes up. Now, the Ice Age Trail actually runs along two different trails. One is the Badger State Trail and the other one is the Sugar River Trail. And they're both old railroad lines, and that's what these lines here are. This is one that comes up and then goes up that way. This is another one that comes up and goes up this way, and then farther up they actually split farther apart. One heads west, one heads east. So that's kind of where the trail is. Now the trail head, let's see if I can zoom in on this area here. The trail head is down here off of County Highway EE. It's off Pratt Road, and this is your parking right here. Zoom back out. Okay, now we're out a little farther than, that was a little too far. Okay, but the Ice Age Trail actually comes up this way. This is the Albany section down here. And when it crosses EE, that's when it turns into the Monticello segment. And that will actually run along this line here, this old railroad line. That's the Sugar River Trail. And it will actually come up, I think it's right about into here, and it will cross the Sugar River and onto the Badger State Trail, which is this line on this side. So we start off on the Sugar River Trail, we cross over up here onto the Badger State Trail, and then head north. And then as you keep going north, you see how it splits off and goes one way, heads more west. This one curves around and heads more northeastern. But then it will continue north on this line until we hit W, and that's the end of the Ice Age Trail Monticello
John
segment.
and I got to the trailhead here in Monticello, and it's actually a really nice spot. Very well used. There's like 4 or 5 cars other than us in the parking lot, and people are loading up on their bikes and stuff and taking off. And yeah, very well used trail. We are getting our sunscreen on. It is very bright and hot out here today. Loading up on our medication, meaning ibuprofen, making sure our bodies can handle all this. Should be a nice easy walk, fairly flat terrain, being that it's a old railroad system.
Fairly fat terrain.
I have such a loving, caring wife. She's going to let me sport her Falcon 55 Plus pack. Seeing as how it's a little bit longer, she's going to be wearing my orange outdoor products pack. So I can already feel a difference in the weight and everything. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome, honey.
Okay, so we were walking along, kind of debating on the path and everything, and then I turned around to say something to Jen, and I saw this building, and you know, there's like no roads or anything, it's just the railroad line, but this is what we found. Old house there, some older structures and stuff laying in this field, so we're gonna walk around and take a few pictures. Okay, so I been walking around those structures and stuff, and there is an old road. It's an abandoned road, but an old road nonetheless. Now those pictures I was taking of that wooden bridge that went over, I think I just found it. This old abandoned road comes up over this bridge. Truthfully, I don't know how structurally sound it is, but it should bear my weight fairly well. You think, anyway. So yeah, here's my view down the Ice Age Trail. That's the direction we came from. This bridge definitely has not been used in quite a long time. But that's a neat find. Well, that was pretty interesting stuff back there. I did notice on a sign that says, a sign that was on the building that said it was private property. It was kind of fun walking around there. Got to go up on top of that wooden bridge that's down the trail there. So that was kind of fun. But now we got to keep moving down the trail. Keep moving forward, just like she said. Alright, I think Jen and I have these bridge signs and mileage signs all worked out. At the bottom of this mileage sign it actually says Badger State Trail. So, and then this is a bridge count for the Badger State Trail, and I don't know how far down that goes, I haven't researched it. But so this is number 22 bridge on the Badger State Trail. It has nothing to do with the Ice Age Trail. Okay, got it. That is a deer way down the path. I just saw him kind of come out and walk across. He walks to the other side and then walks back. We'll just give him a little space right now. We're just going to sit here and take a little break and just watch him. Okay, our little break here at bridge, what was this, 22?
22.
Is done. And we've traveled a couple of miles. So we've been traveling pretty decently. But now it's time to get back on the trail and keep moving forward. Yeah, that way's forward, not that way, that way's forward. Trail's going that way. Jen's got a stone in her shoe, so she's got a flat tire right now.
Oh, is that what it's called?
So she'll take her little stone out and we'll keep moving. But this is kind of nice that they have a nice little picnic table sitting here for people to use. figure we're probably about halfway to the tunnel by now. It's getting to be about 12:30, and I think we're kind of getting ready to have some lunch. We've walked about 4 miles or so, and we're getting hot and hungry, so we're going to stop for a little lunch. Got the, what is this, MSR Pocket Rocket or Jet Boil or something like that going. And we're going to have some chicken marsala and rice. Oh, nothing like roughing it on the trail, I tell you. Whew. So, hon, how's your food?
It's good. Very ricey.
Yeah, lots of rice. Could have used maybe a flavored rice of some sort instead of just a plain Uncle Ben's minute rice.
Are you kidding? It's sure fine minute rice. I went for cost efficiency. You can read that as being cheap. It's about the same thing.
Oh, those big pieces of mushroom though. Holy cow. She gets a high quality sauce, but cheap ass rice. It is pretty good though. Alright, well that was a good lunch, but we're packed up, we're ready to go. We just gotta throw the packs on. We are reapplying our sunscreen as I said we would. And yep, time to keep moving. We are, what do we think? How far away from the tunnel?
2 miles.
About 2 miles from the tunnel. And then it's another, after the tunnel's like a quarter mile long. And then after the tunnel, it should be about I think about 1.5 miles to County Road W, which is the end of the Ice Age Trail. The Badger State Trail keeps on going, but we'll turn around at W and head back.
Then we gotta do it all backwards.
So I just told Jen that we're going to do the 2 miles to the tunnel non-stop. And she went, ugh. I know
That was my mother speaking with my voice.
She does have asthma, so, you know, of course, I would like to try to do it non-stop, but, you know, if we have to stop, we have to stop. I'm not going to push her. Well,
Too much.
I'm going to push her like that. Oh. Yeah, our whole day has been like this. We've talked about some pretty funky things during our little walk today. Everything from my parents' will to medical scenarios.
That was the same conversation.
Yeah, but it kind of wasn't.
But it was.
What else were we talking? When we were filming just before we started eating lunch, I turned off the camera. She belches like you wouldn't believe. She's like, I'm glad that was over because I was holding that in. It's like, let it out. I would have. I've done it before. I did it on my barbecue video where I was smoking that pork butt. Oh well. We are now moving forward. Alright, I just told you guys I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep going towards the tunnel. We haven't even gone a freaking 100 feet down the damn trail. She's got to stop to tie her shoes.
It was coming untied. I didn't want to trip over it.
Alright, now we're moving forward. Probably another 100 feet and then something else will come up.
Hey, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, so shut up.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop every 100 feet. Okay, well, we reached a little, I don't know, informational kiosk here out on the trail, and it is all information about the tunnel, when it was developed, who developed it, what the area was like when they were making this tunnel, all that other stuff. It's actually a fun read, you know, reading about the speedy cars and the parties that they would have out here with the workers, and sounds like it was a hoot and a half. But we pretty much made it non-stop from when we had lunch to here, and it was actually a lot closer than we thought. It was maybe, what, a mile or so from where not even a mile from where we had our lunch. So except for that one stop for Agenda Tire shoes again, we made it non-stop. So here we go into the tunnel, okay? This is all the stuff they had to dig out as they were creating the entrance. All right, we're standing right in front of the entryway to the tunnel. And yeah, it's going to be a nice, cool walk through there because we're maybe 100 feet away.
I was going to say 50, but
50 to 100 feet away, and we can actually feel the cold air blowing through the tunnels just standing out here. Yeah, this is going to be a cool walk. I've taken my lower legs off. I have a long sleeve shirt, but I'm looking forward to this cold in there. So got my headlamp on. Jen's got hers on. I got an extra flashlight in my pocket just in case as well. But we have fresh batteries in our headlamp, so we should be fine with just those. So yeah, time to move forward. Alright, we've reached County Highway W, as you can tell by the sign. That means this is the end of the Ice Age Trail. Of course, the Badger State Trail keeps going on down that way. But this is all the farther we're going today. Well, now we got to go back. We got to push forward, backwards.
I'm just gonna rest where I fall.
All right, Jen and I were just comparing notes on our trip odometers. She's got something where you have to measure your stride and it calculates your distance on how far you walk and all that stuff. And I don't think those are very accurate. You know, if you're off just by a couple of inches on your stride, it's going to mess everything up. Mine runs off a GPS. It tracks where I'm at on a triangulation of satellites and stuff like that. So I find this much more reliable. And as of right now, I don't know if you can see that, but we've done 7.43 miles. And it's still W right down there. We just came back this way just to get into the shade and get a little break. We are done with our break. We are back on the trail, headed south. We should be at the tunnel in maybe 20 to 30 minutes, kind of depending. And we are looking forward to it. Getting into that nice 50, 60 degree temperature. And we actually decided we're gonna just kind of sit there and mingle inside the tunnel for a while. Make sure we're nice and cooled off before we come back out. We made it back to that informational kiosk area on the south end of the tunnel, and when we went through the tunnel, we actually did a fun thing. We used no lights whatsoever. That was a lot of fun. You know, walking in complete blackness, you got maybe a little bit of light reflecting on a wall at the far end, and that's kind of all you can see. And at one point, I didn't realize it, but I was actually drifting to one side of the tunnel, and all of a sudden I slammed my shoulder into the wall. Oh, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. If you're afraid of the dark, definitely don't do that. And then at one point, I was asking Jen a question, and she was holding the tripod to this camera, and she stopped, and I didn't realize it, and she jabbed me in the shoulder.
I got you in the stomach.
No, it was in my shoulder. So that was a lot of fun. Again, nice and cool. God, it's refreshing to go through that tunnel. It really is. It's been a long day. We've actually got quite a distance left to go. We probably got, what, about
2 to 3 miles.
2 to 3 miles at least. I'm thinking probably closer to 3. But it's been a great trail. The tunnel is awesome. You gotta come and check it out. The trail is primarily used by bicyclists. We've seen very few hikers. I think that we saw, what, a group of 5 guys?
And a family of 3.
And a family of 3. Well, Jen and I just saw another deer on the trail. But by the time I got my camera turned up and focused in towards where it was already over the edge and into the woods, and then I missed it. So it was like a nice spot for a picture. You notice I don't have my sunglasses on anymore. It's not because it's cloudy or the sun's going down or anything. I lost them. I had them on just before we got to the tunnel. I took them off because I wouldn't need them in the tunnel. And I don't know what I did with them. I don't know if they fell off in the tunnel. I don't know if they fell off later after the tunnel and I just never put them back on and they just fell off. But I thought I clipped them on my shirt. No signs of them. I have no idea. And we walked through the tunnel without our lights, you know, thinking that that was going to be a lot of fun and everything. But of course, that means we also wouldn't have seen the sunglasses on the ground in the tunnel either. So, well. The battery in my video camera has died, so I'm having to record this on my phone. But I wanted to show you our trip information, and I'll bring that up here on the little Garmin unit. Alright, here we go. 14.3 miles, 5 hours, 25 minutes of walk time, 3.5 hours of rest time. My grand total so far is 42.82 miles. Thanks for watching. This is Mark, and I'll see you on the road.